This episode of the Golf Gambling Podcast from the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog is giving away $15 million in Best Ball Mania. Sign up with promo code GOLF SGPN to claim your first time deposit offer up to $250 in cash. And that's it. Yeah, get $250 in cash. Promo code GOLF SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm has the best AI picks and projections, and their football models are almost live. Claim your 7-day free trial today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. The SGPN team has launched all their 32 NFL team previews, and as a bonus, each preview will include a code word. Submit the 32 code word phrase, and you could be the lucky winner who gets a $500 NFL Circa future bet. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts over at the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. All right, the Olympics. We are here, short field, so not going to be too long of a show, going down each range like we normally do. Let me share my screen so we can not waste many time. But let's talk about the golf course a little bit. Le Golf National over in France, a golf course that has hosted the French Open for years, hosted the 2018 Ryder Cup, and so we have some history with this golf course. We've seen this golf course plenty of times, and from being someone who bets the DP World Tour every single year, I'm used to seeing this golf course. And I don't like to overcomplicate things, and I'm gonna be straightforward. The comp that I'm making for a regular PGA Tour fan is TPC Sawgrass. Just think of that. Not overly long. Have to hit your spots off the tee. Have to be very precise in the greens. There's a ton of water. You can be a short hitter. You can be a long hitter. Now we've seen this golf course play multiple times of the year. Being in the summer, it's going to play firmer than it has in years past. I think the last few years it was in the summer too, but it also has been in the fall. The French Open has been in the fall. So this course is going to play firmer, I believe, in my opinion. So it's going to make the fairways narrower. Just with that just emphasizes your key stats even more. So don't get down crazy rabbit holes. You don't have to overcomplicate stuff. Predicting it's hard enough. So a French TPC Sawgrass is the comp that I'm going to be making for a lot of my my corollary stuff this week. So I don't want to go over, like I said, like I'm not going too deep into the golf course. I'm not the show for this. There's plenty of other people on there. I'm here to give you my opinion on the golfers, but that's this quick nuggets on the golf course. So let's get into the DFS board. A few guys above 10K, and this field is very small, so there's a lot of people combined into ranges. So we'll just go 10K and above right now. Colin at 10-2, Ludwig, Rahm, Rory, Xander, and Scotty. I think here we're going to talk about everyone, but I think I'm going to have to select two from this range. So Scotty Scheffler, 12-5. I'm going to say it right now. I think he wins the golf tournament. I think he's the best player in this range. And I said that at Troon too. But I usually don't get on these tangents where I think Scotty's winning. But I do think he is winning. Like I said, this is a TPC Sawgrass type comp. So I love everything Scotty's doing right now. He's playing fine golf and he's not overly priced. I think he's going to be a great price. And I really do think that people are going to go towards Xander and go towards Rahm. Rahm coming off of a great week at Troon, coming off of a great week at Live UK. He's the name again. He's the trendy name. People want to get Jon Rahm because they don't have many options to get Jon Rahm. People are going to go to Jon Rahm. I wonder what they're going to do with Xander Schauffele because he's like $1,000 cheaper than Scotty, and he's coming off of a win, and he's won here. He's won the he's not won here. He's won the Olympics in the past. So I really think Rahm and Xander are going to be chalky in this range. So that leaves a Scotty who's fairly priced. You got plenty of room to build them at 12-5. I think he is the name. So, and then also, I think my two guys in this range are going to be, I mean, it's tough. It's going to ownership because I really like Colin, but Colin might get so chalky because he's just, when you get a positional golf course, Colin makes a ton of sense, and he's playing so well. He's just striping the golf ball. So Colin makes a ton of sense. That kind of leaves Rory and Ludwig. I think by default, Ludwig will be a little bit more owned than Rory. I think Rory's going to be the forgotten man because you don't want Rory at a course where it takes driver out of your hands. It takes more positional. But let's not forget, Rory was the first round leader at Sawgrass. Rory can play on any golf course. Rory's got plenty of wins on positional golf courses. I like Rory in the DFS sense. So I think in this range, Scotty's my favorite. Colin makes a ton of sense. and Rory is the chalk pivot for me. I think we're gonna have to cross off Xander, Rom, and Ludwig, but the margins are small. This can always change come Wednesday, so make sure you're in the weeds with that. But yeah, 10K range. I think Scotty and Rory and Colin, depending on ownership, are my guys. Okay, 9K range. Uh Shane Lowry is. I am shocked to see this price, and okay, it makes sense. Shane Lowry on a positional golf course in great form makes so much sense. Is the chalk going to be worth it? TBD. We will see where he comes in later this week. But I think him being priced this high, he's just going to, I don't think people are going to want to click his name because he's just priced so high. Now, he does make a ton of sense. He might be a little chalky, and chalky Shane never really pans out. But if he makes so much sense, and I think DraftKings is sharp pricing him where they are. Victor, Tommy, Wacko, TK, Alex Noren. Alex Noren is the worst click on the board. Alex Noren has a great course history. He's won on this event before, but he's now priced 9K with these PGA Tour studs, and he's won this event when it's the French Open, when no one's playing. Alex Noren is the worst click on the board. So above him, we'll talk to these guys above him. This is a golf course where I think, like, if I liked Victor at Troon, he was in the bad weather wave. He missed the cut, obviously, but I saw so many good things from Victor Hovland in Scotland. So I think I'm going to have to just keep riding with my brain and riding with what my eye saw and give Victor another shot. I like him at this price. He's very fairly priced below Shane Lowry, which is crazy. Tommy, yeah, he made sense. He makes sense. Yeah, he played so well at 2018 Ryder Cup. He's in very Tommy form. He'll probably backdoor a T9. Sure, I have no beef with Tommy. No beef with Tommy. I really like Wacko. He was a few swings away from being firmly in contention at Troon and almost won last week at Live. So his form carries his form where it goes to any golf course. I love what Wacko's doing. This is a really fun range. Probably Victor Wacko are my favorite guys. And that leaves Tom Kim at 9K. No, 9-2, sorry. 9-2. He was the first round leader in this event last year, and he's in great form. But very interested to see what his ownership's going to be because he missed the cut at Troon. But he was in that bad weather wave too, and he's coming in great form. Definitely down for some TK. Very interesting range. Going to see how this chalk sorts out. Okay, 8K range. But before we get into the 8K range, I need to talk to you quickly about Underdog Fantasy. Underdog just launched Streaks. Hit your first 2 pick'em entries and then go streaking. If you can go on an 11-0 run, you can win up to 1,000 times your money. Best Ball Mania is live with $15 million in prizes. You can now use specials and boost on flex entries. I'm going to be making my picks for the Olympics over on SGPN.com. New sponsor, OddsJam, is your one-stop shop for beating the sportsbooks. OddsJam uses millions of data points across every U.S. and Canadian sportsbook to show the best value for plays for your money. Their line shopping tool allows you to play the best price for any bet you want to make across all sports books, not just DraftKings and FanDuel, but even BetOnline, Bovada, Cut, and many more. Their arbitrage tool will find you opportunities where you can bet both sides in the same prop for different books and guarantee a positive ROI. Their new fantasy tool features the highest EV plays relative to the sportsbook's odds, allowing you to crush sites like Underdog Fantasy. They even have a tool for finding the best sign-up bonuses. So if you're interested in trying OddsJam, you can get a 7-day free trial. Promo code SGPN for 35% off your first month of subscription. Oddsjam.com, promo code SGPN. Okay. The 8K range we are at the 8K range. Corey Connors down to Matthew Pavone. Definitely an interesting name, and I really like the top. I really like Connors, and I really like Decky. Both of them are golfers who are going to hit a ton of fairways and are extremely accurate into the greens. I think they're going to fare fairly well. I'm not worried about Hideki's form. He played like shit in Scotland, but does Hideki Matsuyama scream links golf? No, he does not. So this is a great bounce back spot for Hideki to play good golf. I think he will fare really well here. His countryman Ryo Hisatsune won on this golf course last year, so he should give him some tips on how to get it done around this place. Okay, Outside of that, Corey Connors. Corey Connors gained 5 strokes to the field at Troon and lost 7 in round 3. He gained 5 and lost 7 alone in round 3. That's some of the most impressive stuff I've ever heard. Like, Corey Connors is playing some really good golf, ball striking machine. So definitely down for some Connors, definitely down for some Decky. Then outside of that, it gets fairly bleak. The best, my favorite guy in this 8K range outside of that is probably Sepp Straka. Minwoo Lee is a true deep cut because it's not a Minwoo course, but he's played good at courses like Sawgrass and PGA National. So if I'm making that comp, then he makes sense. Then outside of that, I like Sepp, but I think I'm going to stay towards the top of this 8K range. Sepp is just ball striking the hell out of it. And you look at Sepp Straka, he just looks like a guy who would win a medal. So I'm definitely down for some Sepp, definitely down for some Connors, definitely down for some Decky. And the rest of this 8K range, I do not like at all. But Fitzpatrick has not played well since he's gotten engaged, but you get engaged to a hot blonde, you forget about your golf. Like, everyone knows that. So I totally forgive Fitzpatrick. Like, do your thing, bro. I'm not going to play you in DFS. That's all I'm saying. Jason Day, he randomly gained 5 strokes on approach at Troon. I don't know where that came from. I don't know how he did that, but he did it. So shout out Jason Day for doing that. And then that leaves Tommy Dietz, Ben On, and Windy C, and Matt Pavone. I think all of these guys, out of these 4 guys, the lower 8K range, my favorite is Ben On. Ben On's just striping it. He played really well at Troon. I think he finished T13. So Tommy Dietz is not a Tommy Dietz golf course. You want Tommy Dietz where you have to drive it long and straight. Same thing with Pavone. Not really the case here. And Pavone, he's not even my favorite Frenchman. So those are my 8K thoughts. Going to go down to the 7K range. 7-9 Ortiz down to Matty Mans. Yeah, down to 7K Mateo Manacero. So 7K range, Carlos Ortiz. I don't know why he's priced so high, probably because of that recent win at Live Houston. But if you want a Mexican, Abe Answer, $300 cheaper. This is a great golf course for Abe Answer. He can hit a ton of fairways, that's not overly long, and lean into that great iron game. This is a perfect golf course for Abe Answer, and if you know Abe Answer, he loves firm fairways, and that's what we have here. Nikolai Horger is a great click, I think, at 7-7. Played pretty decent at Troon, and he's slowly rounding into form. I really do like Nikolai. Middle of the 7K range, I think Guido is going to be a tad chalky because he won recently, and he won at this golf course 3 years ago, I believe. And anytime Guido gets chalky, I'm definitely out on. So I think we're gonna go with some other guys below this range. I don't like Guido. Fox has the ability to T3. Fox also has the ability to finish third to last. So that's ownership dependent, whatever you want to do with Fox. Down to the bottom of the 7K range, I really like Victor Perez. Victor Perez is my pick for low Frenchman. I think Victor Perez will beat Matthew Pavone. So if you can get him in a matchup, I'm down. People are saying it. People are saying Kevin Yu can make noise this week. Actually, okay, he's 6'6". People are saying Kevin Yu could fuck this week. I mean, this is a course that he can hit a ton of fairways. He can hit a ton of greens. He's a ball striking bastard. Then it comes down to, is his countrymate going to putt for him? If his countrymate putts for him, who knows? Who knows from there? He can easily win this event by 6. So bottom of the 7K range, like I was saying, I like. I gotta scroll back down. I like Victor Perez a lot. Victor Perez has been striping the golf ball this year, and he's got much better course history than Matthew Pavone. So at the Golf National. So 7K range. Overwhelming thoughts. Abe Answer, probably my favorite from the top. I don't mind Nikolai. Middle. One of Guido and Fox is going to be chalky. I like the other one. And then bottom, I like Victor Perez. Mateo Manacero, though, he is getting into if you don't know much about him, he used to be a winner in Europe, and he kind of dealt with some injuries and lost his game for a while, but now he's back. He's played this event 9 times, or played this golf course 9 times, and made 5 cuts and missed his last 4 cuts. So I think he's trending more towards the player that he was when he was winning golf tournaments. So 6K range. Before I get to the 6K range, one more ad. Circa Million. Circa is back with Circa Survivor, and they're giving away $16 million in prizes. Imagine the regret you'll feel if you entered your office pool and won it, but you didn't enter the Circa Survivor. If you need a proxy, head over to footballcontestproxy.com and save $50 with promo code SGP. So that is some fun because football season is around the corner. 6K range, not going to dive too deep into the 6K range because I have a whole show dedicated to it. But I have one play for you that I will give you. It's my favorite 6K play. It is my guy, Shu Sharma. And this is, if you're watching, you're lucky because I just posted it on my account at jerswaybetting.com. This is a lock. Shu Sharma, low Indian, minus 200 over at Bet365. I would play this up to minus 350. I would play this up to minus 350. This man is fearless. This man has made 2 of 3 cuts here. This man has made a ton of cuts in a row. We think he finished T20 at Troon. He's going up against another Indian golfer who is very, very unproven. But this guy has all of the upside to finish well at Le Golf National. His game is built around hot iron play and hot putting. And that is exactly what this course asks you. And he's doing that right now. So he's the only 6K play that I'm going to give you right now because I have a whole show dedicated to the 6K range probably coming tomorrow afternoon. So definitely stay tuned for that. So quick show. Wanted to dive through the ranges. This is a short field, so not many guys here that I could really dive deep into. Hope you enjoyed. Any questions, you know where to find me. Let's keep – we are crushing the DFS. I found one contest that is so absolutely cracked that – I mean, I'm an average DFS player. I put in like $500 a week. And there's one contest that like some guys put in like millions. I don't do all that. Maybe one day. But I found one contest that is so cracked and I've been winning every single week. I can't say it on the show because I don't want to just give it out. But if you're a ball knower and you want to know ball, just shoot me a DM. I'll let you know the contest. And then that's it. So good luck to you guys this week. I will catch you with a ton of content coming. I got a show later tonight. Got shows tomorrow. Trying to be great. Appreciate the support. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.